think as we aim to keep, to end 2025 in the next weeks, we need to close it in style and usher the new year 2026 also in style. So as for the topic of the day is finishing strong and starting strong. So we still have 2 weeks to go. So we need to make use of the 2 weeks to do something better if you are not done better for the last 50 weeks. So how winners finish strong in network marketing? As you can review what you have done between January and December, you'll find out that there are many things that you must have missed. So without taking too much time, when we say finishing strong in network marketing, you must intensify your activity with a result-oriented, disciplined, and consistent approach, focusing on core revenue-producing tasks. This means that you need to intensify what you want to get. Do not waste your time doing activities which are not going to produce you revenue or in terms of production. So we need to also see the focusing, and we also have to be consistent. Discipline also plays an important role here, and discipline means you need to wake up in the morning, but you don't wake up in the morning and start rushing. You need to plan your day, how it's going to be. This includes maximizing the current opportunities and re-energizing or re-engaging connection and building momentum for the future success. Network marketing is all about building relationship. So this period of the two weeks remaining to end or to close the year, there are so many occasions which we need to visit, either within the towns or in rural homes. So during those periods of time, you are connected with new people and new friends, and also old friends and enemies. So the key strategies for strong finish, you need to focus on revenue producing activities. This is to say, you need to dedicate most of your work time to high impact activities, such as connecting with prospects, presenting your businesses, and following up. In this particular case, we know we have so many activities for December, and we are connecting with most of our friends, long-time friends, new friends, and the new friends also will connect you with other new friends. So you'll have a chain of new friends. And during that time, just take the contacts, and then you now book the appointment to do or to carry out your presentation, and then you follow up. You also need to block out anything which might distract you, like social media, to ensure productivity. You need to work with active members. In network marketing, we have different classes of people. There are those who are serious with the work. There are those who are coming to the business because of 1, 2, 3. That means maybe a prospect will want you to be, you feel good, but in a way, it's wasting your time. So you need to work with the active team. If you have a team who are not working seriously, you can engage maybe 20% of your time for those who are not active, and give around 80% of the active members your time. Avoid trying to track along those who are not committed. You can find out that some people are not committed. They are just there because you are their friends or you are their relatives, and they want to identify themselves by their actions. So the other key factor is leverage your current momentum. Use the energy from the recent successes or close deals to proactively seek referrals and start new conversations now, rather than waiting for the next period to begin. Today is Monday. You wake up in the morning, but if you can count the number of people you've communicated, either by call, phone call, or physically, you can find out it's quite a number, maybe around 30 people. But what is the conversation about? Is it something which is producing some points or some money or new development or politics or any other thing? So we need to engage your time with successes or the close deals, which gives you referrals or something else like a new connection. Now, as I had said that from January to this time, December, we are in week 51 now. Yes. So there are some others where we missed. There are some hits where we achieved. But in a situation where we didn't achieve, so we need to review our calls and where we messed up, so that we can rectify and we carry out a successful closing and also starting the new year. You need to identify where you have deficiencies, either in sales, either in recruiting, or any other activity, and create a concrete action plan to bridge that gap. I think most of us, we must have missed those steps. So it's high time that we do a recap, that we can wake up and move faster. So next is increase your urgency and hustle. You need to create a sense of urgency to close opportunities and make more calls. This is to say, we need to make ourselves to have calls where we set our daily or weekly targets for calls or presentation to drive the action. In this particular case also, we need also to see where our strength was, where our weakness was, and now we try to increase on where we were before. We do also, the next is about re-engaging the dormant connections. In this world, or in a human factor, we are people, we are not of the same state. There are people who are very quick in learning. There are some who need to be pushed around. So in this case, when we say re-engage the dormant connections, the end of a period is an opportunity, time to recount or to reconnect with the past clients or contacts. You may have met with some people, maybe you are classmates, workmates, friends, longtime friends, and you might have lost their numbers. So you need now, when you get their numbers, put it safe, connect with them, bring the relationship closer, and then the relationship closer, when it is close, you now convert into the business concept. A value-driven follow-up or seasonal greetings can reignite a conversation. You can say, oh, it has been a long time. I've not seen you for long on online. Maybe you had lost your phone. and your phone is carrying out the whole diary. So that means if you can reignite it, the better. So I think most of us, we are here where we put our contacts saved on our phones. When the phone is stolen or when it got lost, then you lose all the contacts. And as a result of that, most of the people whom you have known will become dormant because you lose the touch or contact. So lead with gratitude. Try to express your appreciations to clients and team members for the collaborations and trust. From January to this time, this is December, most of us, we have done a lot. And now we need to express our appreciations to most of our people. Through gestures help build loyalty and strength relationships that will carry into the next year, 2026. With a good relationship, when you go to the next year, it means you might triple or duplicate the relationship. If you had maybe 20 people, the 20 people can duplicate themselves maybe by 2 or by 3, then it means by the next year, January, you'll have maybe 20, 60 or 100 people through one person. So never stop learning and doing some improvement. This is to say you need to adopt a coachable attitude, continuously work to improve your skills, such as closing techniques, invitation methods, presentation, etc., etc. And this is a continuous improvement like Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese word. This one helps you for continuous improvement, which helps you to overcome challenges and adopt new circumstances. For the last couple of months, I think most of us have passed through some challenges, but without learning and improving continuously, you might not change. But we need now to learn so that we have overall result changing the dimensions of the network marketing. Next is setting, that is, set clear, measurable goals. For this particular year, or let's say 2026, you need to have your goals set, which must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These goals we have in 3 categories. We have short-term, mid-term, and long-term. So we could say what was the expectation for the 2025? Some of us, we say that by the end of December 2025, you must have done ABCD. So when you focus yourself, most of us have missed some of these short terms and mid terms, because the long term, it could carry something like up to 3 years, but the mid term could carry, say, 1 year, and the short term could carry maybe 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months. And some of these goals includes, say, China trips or the international 10-day trip, the level 7 where you can achieve a car. So you can say a time frame to achieve a car is 12 months. You can put yourself to say, if you want a single car within 12 months, then you can put it like a mid-term objective. But for a car, You can do it, maybe you can do it quarterly and achieve particular goal. So you need to break down these goals or objectives into daily, weekly, using step-by-step guide to your actions. You can say that you need to have maybe like you need to connect maybe 4 friends in a day, or you need to talk to not less than 4 people in a day to invite. Maybe you need to make a relationship with them. So you need to have the daily, day-on-day basis goals or objectives. Now you can also say that you need to have a star 3 within 1 month. 3 star 3 within 1 month. So that means if you have 1 month, that is 4 weeks. It means you must produce 3 star 3s in a week. And by duplication, then it will also achieve you get the achievement of getting the long-term action or the mid-term action. And then finally you go to the long-term. So you also need to maintain consistency and discipline. A success is a marathon, it's not a sprint. You need to create positive habits and rituals and be consistent in your efforts. If you wake up in the morning, ukiamuka asubuhi, you wash your face, maybe you put on your clothes, you prepare yourself. That's a routine. So even in the marketing, network marketing, you need to develop such attitudes which will lead you to consistency. And this consistency will bring you some efforts whereby you'll get most of the things within time. Discipline, you need to discipline your disappointments and focus on why you need to stay motivated throughout the challenges. Now we need to start strong in network marketing in the year 2026. So as we move into 2026, we do also have expectation. How was the year 2025? And now, will you want the year 2026 to be the same as 2025, or you need to change some parameters to be a different year and a successful year? And I want to welcome you to the next session where we want to see what we can do in the year 2026 strong. Leaders in network marketing generally start strong by combining personal initiative, a clear vision, and the immediate implementation of duplicable systems. This means they lead by example from day one, focusing on consistent daily activity and nurturing the potential for leadership within their new team members. When we talk of lead by example, you as a business owner, you are a leader. A leader is somebody who leads, and you start leading yourself before leading other people. So we want to see about personal initiative. The personal initiative means being self-starting. You need to be proactive and taking action to achieve the goals without being told, or often go beyond your basic duties. It also involves looking ahead, identifying opportunities, problems, developing plans, and persistent working to overcome obstacles, demonstrating a strong sense of responsibility and long-term vision. Essentially, it is about influencing your environment and taking charge to make things happen. This means when you start in your house in the morning, you wake up out of your bed, you must have planned before that morning. Like now, you need to plan. You cannot just start tomorrow, Tuesday, you go to your office in town and rush to places. Ukisikia tu kuna mkutano mahali ya maybe a governor anakuja, umeenda pale. Ukipewa nafasi kidogo, then you need to also to have programmed yourself so that you don't get crushed the meetings ya watu. If it is about a business concept, go there, take the contacts. Now you start or plan for another meeting, which will be only for business of your team. You need to be proactive and huwezi ambiwa kila asubuhi twende tufanye hii na hii na hii. Plan yourself, get a diary, plan your days, plan your week, plan your month na vitu kama hizo, and success will come. Once the environment is influenced, then itaonekana hata ukipita mahali unasema, hey, that guy is not a joke. That person is he can turn the world and make things to happen. So here are the key aspects of personal initiative. I said self-starting. You need to develop your own goals and plans rather than waiting for an assignment. I think most of us, we missed this step because we could rush when we hear that there is a cooperative society farmers are meeting today, or you are not included in the list. But sometimes you will be told, come, we'll give you a chance to say one thing. How could you say a business case like this is good in 20 minutes? And the people who are waiting on other things to do. So you also need to be proactive action, acting on ideas and opportunities, even if they are not, or rather, even if they are neglected by others, you can do something. You need to be persistent. If you want to be persistent, persistence is sticking to the goals despite the difficulties, seeking solution and quickly getting back on track after setbacks. This means if you have missed a call, then you need to come to the track very fast and then you start again. Future-oriented thinking. You need to have anticipating future problems and chances and preparing for them. Like if we say now, this is a rainy season or a dry season, and then all of a sudden the rain comes or the sunshine becomes a drought, then we need to know, or we need to look for other chances or other solutions. You also need to get problem solving skills. This is addressing issues as they arise, often before they escalate. This means if you have an issue with your team or in a certain area, you need to clear it. Do not pile or do not make them to be bigger, because that one will also escalate and it will damage your reputation, and also it can break the team. So how it looks in practice. When we identify and propose improvements to company processes here means you and your team. You need to identify and also propose improvements on how you want to clear the setbacks or problems you found out during that period, or rather during 2025. Take the lead on the project and finding solution to challenges independently. If you are a leader leading a team, maybe you have around 80 people. So you need to get a solution to clear the challenges that are making your team not to work, or which makes your journey to be difficult. So you need to get a solution. And if you cannot find a solution to that, you seek advice also as well. You also need to go beyond your job description, that is to help the team or organization to succeed. Organization here means your team members. You as a team leader, you need to organize yourself such that when you succeed, you don't succeed alone. Your team also should succeed. So you need to move hand in hand with your team members, organize, make yourself some meetings, even if it means once a week. You need to create time so that you can be meeting with your team. If your team have some challenges, you need to provide them with a solution as well. So the second item was clear vision. A clear vision in network marketing is your North Star. It's a North Star, north direction. And this means, defining what you want to achieve in business and life, guiding decision, motivating your team, and aligning everyone towards a common goal by showing how daily action fueled a bigger future, preventing confusion, and building loyalty through a shared compelling purpose. I think most of us here, we have each of us has why you joined the business, or why you joined the network business. Each of us, maybe those who are in employment, you have your own why. You have your own reason why you joined employment. And network marketing, some of us joined employment because we found out that that could be a source of income. But when you find out, when you are in employment, you can really find out that years are moving very fast. And at the end of the day, you reach a retirement age. And in every month, you get that monthly salary you are getting, which is not even enough to sustain you and to make other future developments. And this is why some of us are in network marketing, or we found out network marketing as another stream of income where you can plan what you want to get. Network marketing is not the same as employment, because in network marketing, you can decide what you want to get. But in employment, it's your boss who decides what you should get. So I think this one means you need to achieve business and life. We must think beyond today. We must think beyond 55 years for those who are in employment. That is the retirement age in some sectors, and some are retiring maybe in 60, 65, 70. So what will happen when you reach the retirement age? You need to be having something which is coming, whether you are there or not, you still earn something. So the key element of clear vision is direction and purpose. And this is a map showing where you are, making sure efforts are not wasted. Because if you waste your efforts now, you might not come back, or you might not achieve those efforts in the next hours coming. Motivation makes the work meaningful, inspiring you and your team to excel. You also need to carry out alignment. You make sure that every person pulls in the same direction to foster unity. In some cases where we don't understand some products or business concepts, you can find out that in some areas, you can say, as a leader, we need to go this direction. But somebody who is your partner could be having some difficulties, but instead of answering some questions correctly, they can try pushing the bush or beating the bush, whereby the prospects or the members present in that particular meeting can bring some misunderstanding, thereby making people not to understand. They could be seen as moving in different directions. So we have resilience. It is providing strength to overcome challenges because of long-term goal is clear. We also have focus. This helps filter distraction and keep you on track. So, just a minute. This, my machine is getting some issues. Now, the third item is about duplication. We need to have a duplicable system. In network marketing, it is very simple for somebody to carry out network marketing business if he or she understands the step-by-step process and also the products. And once you have understood everything, then it will make yourself, or it will make your life easier. Duplicable system in network marketing is a simple step-by-step process that team members can easily follow and teach others to achieve success. The goal of this system is to leverage the efforts of the entire team and create momentum that is not solely dependent on leaders' individual skills. As I had said earlier, that you need personal initiative. If each of you wakes up and each of you go different direction, at the end of the day, you will have a very large output when you combine your efforts together. And this one will only depend on individual skills. These individual skills you get through continuous learning and continuous training. When you duplicate yourself in the month of January, maybe you have somebody January 1st registering or coming to start 3. And then that particular person, by the end of February, he must be having 2 or 3 start 3s. Isn't that acute duplication? So we have key principles of duplicable system. The core principle is simplicity. If a system is too complicated, if the business is too complicated, that means you have not understood. If you have not understood the system or the business, it will look complex and complicated. And then many people, when you approach them, they will not be able to duplicate it because they will not have understood. And that is because you have not also understood. So leading to team members churning or leaving the business. So to Spochua could present kuona system ama utaona biashara inakuwa ngumu. So a successful system incorporates the following items. We need it as simplicity and clarity. The process should be broken down into few basic, easy to remember actions, steps, e.g. finding people, sharing the story, you build for events, follow up, and ask for the sale. As simple as that. Because in network marketing, we have products where for hours we have over 300 products, and in the field or in your community, wherever you are living, you can find out people with different issues. Some you can find those with joint issues. You can have some with digestion issues, but we have the solution. So you see, you find out somebody with ulcers. You share a story from a friend to that particular person. Build an event, pay a product ya kusaidia your ulcers. Follow up, hiyo product imekusaidia. Your story sitakuwa imeisha. The next, you can ask for sale from a referee. That particular person is going to refer you another person. And that another person can refer you the same, for a different product for different people. So we also have proven processes. This is a system where it is built on strategies that have already proven successful systems. As you are aware, most of you have seen, some people might have traveled to China. I think you have seen people who have traveled to China in this meeting. They were there in October. Some have gone to Dubai, some have gone to various destinations. For this particular year, 2026, there is also trips to Canada. So if you work hard and close the deal and achieve the goals, why not? We also have tools and resources. For the new members, I've provided with effective, easy-to-use tools such as products, marketing materials, digital platforms to aid your efforts. This is not. This is a business deals with person to person through relationship. So if we can make good relationship with many people or with few people, the few people can lead us to other people, and also they can refer us to many other people. Even if somebody is not interested, you can request for, might you have somebody who might be interested in this? And then you'll get. So we have structured trainings and onboarding. Clear, concise training is provided to new members to prevent information overload, focusing on essential income-producing activities. For those people who may have joined in January to this December, and those who are joining in this December again, we need to have you coming for training so that you can get more knowledge and skills to uplift you from where you are and also upscale. So we also have consistency, the same structure, daily activities are repeatedly, consistently across the entire team to create a predictable culture of action. We need to be consistent in what we are doing. If you are to do a presentation maybe twice a week, we need to be consistent. If you've said that you need to get maybe 100 PVs per day, at least, you need to have that consistency, but you need to increase. Mentorship and leadership. Leaders are not only teach the system, but also mentor and empower their team members to become independent leaders themselves. This network marketing business is all about relationship. If you get the information wrongly, then you deliver the same wrong information to your team, then that one, it will mess the team and it will not be independent as we will want them to be. So we need everybody to learn and to be independent and to teach others the same. That is duplication. Steps to implement duplicable system. Implementing a system or an effective system involves leading by example and providing a clear blueprint for success. I'd say that as a leader, the first person you lead is yourself, you yourself. Lead yourself before leading your team members. Number one, we lead by example. Do what you want your team to do. Even the Bible inasema kuna wenye wanakunywa nini, lazima wakunywe, kama ni wine, wakunywe wine. You should not take wine or you tell other people to take wine na wewe ukunywe maji. So you need to do what your team members should do. Be the first person to use the product and follow the system and demonstrate enthusiasm and commitment. You cannot tell somebody to use in cleansing tea and you yourself, you are not using. You yourself, you are not using. So you need to use the product and show other people that you are using the product. When your system changes, and become okay, then people will definitely say that, what are you using? You are changing like this and this and this. We also need that particular product. But how are you going to tell somebody the benefits of in-cleansing tea or Nutriplan Organic Plus fertilizer and you yourself, you are not using? So let's use the product and we shall get referrals. Document and simplify the process. Create simple step-by-step guide, checklist, or a playbook of daily income producing activities. This inamaanisha ukuwe na rekodi yako kama ni diary. Uchue leo, kesho ni Tuesday, kesho kutwa ni Wednesday. So Wednesday ndaenda mahali fulani, ako na mkutano fulani fulani, na hiyo mkutano inakuwa wewe umeitwa kama speaker. So you go and support your team using that checklist. And out of that particular meeting, then you need also to know these particular team members, what do they require. Now you produce the items they require, they purchase, or they do the order, you send them or you take them the products, or you can come with one of their leaders. So the third one is providing effective onboarding. This is when a new person joins. We need to guide them through the initial steps, helping them to get their first few customers, team members quickly to build an initial belief and momentum. I think this one, I think most of us must have missed in this number 3. Maybe when a new person joins in, they are not getting the right information, ama anakuja training siku moja anasema amejua, and when akienda field akipata kamukutano, maybe akiita leader and the leader is not available or any other member, now it means sometimes mtu anaumia akienda pale, maybe the meeting yenye walikuwa wamepanga wamenunua products, na maybe in most cases the product or the retail profit does not go to the person who organized. So we need to get this particular aspect clearly. Number 4 is we need to foster a culture of support. We need to create a team where each members can share tips, and we need to celebrate even small win. When you sell a small Nutriplan or Canopy Plus fertilizer today, that is, you get some points. It's not the same as yesterday, you didn't sell anything. Or if you get a registration today, if you get somebody who came and register, then that is a win. We need to celebrate you and feel connected. This will help with retention and motivation. We also need to utilize accessible trainings. Currently, we are on technology, and I think every one of us has a smartphone or internet or webinar, group chats, and many other internet accessories. It's not like when you are going to a physical training, maybe you are in Nairobi and you want to attend a training in Kisumu, and you are not sure how the training will look like. So currently you can spend maybe 1 hour in a training and get more knowledge and skills instead of wasting so much time. But I'm also encouraging you that whenever you hear there is a physical meeting, just avail yourself, you learn many things. The 6th one is about encouraging personal development. The system should not just focus on sales skills, but also on developing the mindsets and personal growth needed for the long-term success. If we don't change our mindsets, chances are we are going to repeat what we did in 2025. We need to change our thinking and our objectives so that we can achieve both short-term and long-term goals. I think this brings us to the end of our today's presentation. Hello?
Hello, yes, thank you, Mr. Bett. It was a wonderful presentation, and I want to welcome anybody who has a question or a comment or anything, any addition. If you have a question, you can raise up your hand and then you will have the answers. Anybody with a question? That was a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, Mr. Bett. Somebody is saying she has been reminded of Hawaii, and that is very nice. At least you have something to go with as you go into the new year. I can see a lot of thank you. We are really grateful for the wonderful training. It has been of help to a lot of us. So if there is no question or no other recommendation, if there is anybody who has anything to add, please, you can unmute and tell us. And I can see somebody who has powerful presentation. Thank you. Now I think we are good to go to the next session, which is a word of prayer. Somebody can pray for us so that we can end our meeting today, our training. Can anybody